It was narrated that Ibn Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, said, "The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, Islam is built on 5 pillars, bearing witness that there is no God except Allah and that Muhammad is the Messenger of Allah, establishing prayer, paying charity, Hajj and fasting Ramadan." Al-Bukhari narrated it. This hadith indicates that it is obligatory to fast Ramadan and one of Islam's pillars and most important fundamentals. Allah has enjoined it upon His slaves by His wisdom for great reasons. Those who know them, and those who do not. The purpose of fasting is to rein in one's desires, wean oneself from habits, and control one's physical desires so that one will be ready to start seeking that which will ultimately bring happiness and purify the soul to live in paradise forever. Hunger and thirst can reduce these desires and their overwhelming effects and remind a person the situation of the starving poor. Fasting also reduces the influence of the shaitan, just as his food and drink are reduced. It restrains the faculties from following a person's inclinations in a way that could harm him in this world and the hereafter. So every faculty and every desire is restrained. Fasting is the pious's rein, the fighter's shield, the paradise of the righteous. Fasting has the beautiful effect of protecting physical faculties and mental and spiritual energies, and protecting them from extremes in following inclinations that could adversely affect health. Fasting protects the physical and spiritual well-being and restores that which was damaged due to following whims and desires. So it is one of the best aids to attaining piety. From the words of Ibn al-Qayyim, fasting brings a great reward. If the fasting person could imagine it, his heart would soar with joy, and he would wish that the whole year was Ramadan. This was the understanding of the earliest generations of the Sawm. Fasting brings many health benefits and achieves the interests of communities and individuals. And Allah is all-knowing, most generous. The texts indicate that whoever does the duties and obligations of Islam and avoids the forbidden things will be one of the people of paradise. For example, Talha bin Ubayd said, "A man came to the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and asked him about Islam. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, 'You have to do 5 prayers every day and night.' He said, 'Do I have to do any others?' He said, 'No, not unless you do them voluntarily.' The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, 'And fast the month of Ramadan.' He said, 'Do I have to do any more?' He said, 'No, not unless you do it voluntarily.' The man left, saying, 'By Allah, I will not do any more or any less than that.' The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, 'He will prosper if he meant what he said.'" Narrated by Al-Bukhari. Praise be to Allah, who has prescribed the action and helped us to achieve it and has decreed reward for it. For He is the most forgiving.